Before going to agenda, let me explain something about me, who I am actually. So my name is Chandan Chaudhary, and now 18 years experience. Started my IT software journey since 2007. So I pass out from Graphic Era Institute of Technology. Now it's a Graphic Era University. It's in Dehradun. And then I started career from 2007 in Pune, and then finally switching and moving uh, reached to Noida. So total I have 18 years of experience, in which 6 years of experience of MuleSoft. So last 6 years I am started working on a MuleSoft. Prior to that, I have all the knowledge of the Java, J2E and related technology. Whatever you heard, either Java, J2E, Hibernate, Spring Boot, Struts, everything I worked on the Java. So after 12 years, I thought let's move to the some new technology, and that was my core expertise also, because I initially worked with the Java and web services, everything. So as of now, working with the MuleSoft tools for the API development. I did some certification related to MuleSoft, Java, Oracle, and all other certification I have. Apart from these, I used to participate in different college activities. Few days back, I participated in a GL Bajaj College. It's a nearby Knowledge Park 5. So I gone over the SIH internal project evaluation. So I used to go NIT, GL Bajaj and rest, all other colleges, nearby colleges, and sometime Thapar, Chandigarh, and other universities for the project evaluation and the technical hiring of resources. So might be who are in NIT or in GL Bajaj or nearby, might be next year you will see me over there. So that's it about me. Other than one more information I would like to share. Apart from all these technical expertise, I have done by LLB this year completed. Officially not registered to the Bar Council, but I am always available for to provide any legal experience if you know. So my expertise in ADR, alternate dispute resolution. So any dispute you have, you can connect to me directly. For anyone participate in this activity, they will get a free. So I will not charge. Okay. Thank you. So let's come back to our agenda. I know most of the people are here from only Salesforce background, so that's why we have created these slides, this session only for Salesforce one, and that's a very basic. We'll provide you all the basic information about MuleSoft, what are the minimum tool and technology and their like sites, everything is required to develop a API. So I will provide all the basic knowledge on this area. Slowly we will discuss, and we'll create 3-4 more sessions in which we will go and show how actually you are work on a development on API. So slowly, once you progress, next 3-4 sessions we can plan. So in which sometime virtual or in person, whatever is applicable, we'll do that. Okay. So today's agenda, something history and introduction, because most of the people here first time the MuleSoft. So certainly, what is MuleSoft? It's very much required. Then we have a core concept of MuleSoft. So actually, how MuleSoft is working, where you are login for the development of application, where you are login, what tool actually required. So all this we will go through the core concept of MuleSoft. Then Salesforce integration with MuleSoft. MuleSoft can integrate to anything. Anything means whatever you think, any software, everything MuleSoft can integrate. But we'll explain how basically there is a connectivity between Salesforce to MuleSoft. Certainly, I am not going to show you the exact demo as of today, but yeah, you will know what the integration relationship between Salesforce and MuleSoft. We have a few use cases, not the actual use cases, just 2 examples. Will show you what are the different way of API connectivity MuleSoft can deliver or we can develop. Then certainly you are going to learn the MuleSoft, so you know you need to know how the different certificates is available in MuleSoft and what is the career path for MuleSoft. And of course, in the last, if any questions, we will handle over there. Okay. Yeah. Mule. The picture show. The exact name is mule, donkey, or it's a different breed of donkey. People understand that donkey has no brain, he is doing a hard work, but the mule have a brain as well as the hard work both. So little bit better than donkey. So understood? Mule means simple mule, and then MuleSoft we have. So it started around 2003. Frustrated by integration. This word is very important. The integration is very toughest things, you can say that. A person working in a LinkedIn, someone is working in AI. Now both are integrated. So the person who is integrating both sometimes come with the Mule. So that's the integration. So it is started around 2003 with the Mule project. Someone by name Rose Meshon. Okay. So we'll go some more history about the MuleSoft. So it started 2003, Rose Mason and open source Mule project. Then the another two partners, Rose Mason and Dave Rosenberg, started with the name MuleSource. It was not MuleSoft, it was MuleSource. It started on 2006. Then 2009, it started changed the company name from MuleSource to MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is not since last 1 year or 2 years, it's since 2009. But the majority things is come in picture when it's integration done with the Salesforce. So MuleSoft announced $37 million e-financing, including participation with the Salesforce.com. But at that time there is a participation, only there is a partnership. It's on 2013 and 2016 MuleSoft introduced API-led connectivity. So what is the API-led connectivity in MuleSoft? I will explain in the next core concept of MuleSoft. Then we have a MuleSoft goes public, and finally 2018. So Salesforce acquired MuleSoft in 2018. So we are MuleSoft is an integrated product of a Salesforce since last 8 years, almost 7 to 8 years. So now Salesforce is everywhere. Most of the time, whether integration is required, Salesforce using their MuleSoft product for any integration. Now we need to first understand what is integration. Anyone can tell what is integration or any simple example of integration? Yeah. Yeah. Take the example. We have a IBIBO site. You are going to check this, putting some parameter over there, date, location, place, and everything. You are submitting one button. And then you are getting the flight details of not only one specific flight. You are getting flight details of multiple different flights, Air India or whatever the flights you know. So actually in background what happening, once you click the button, whatever the parameter you are passing on this, all these parameters creating a request. This request directly connecting to the parallelly connecting to the different sites, either it's Air India or it's whatever the airlines we have. From that they are getting the response, they are transforming the data, and they are showing you the one final result. Okay, so background what is happening, API, they are getting the data from a response from that place. So exactly what happened, that's the integration between IBIBO site and integration between these all sites. Okay, you are taking the data, you are transacting some amount from the ATM. Exactly what happening, this connecting to the core banking, doing some transactions, returning back. So all this what happening, these all are integration. So different systems are integrating one each other, that's the integration. So MuleSoft task to integrate anything. Okay, so this is little bit about the history of MuleSoft. Now introduction. So again, MuleSoft is a vendor. You all know Salesforce already integrated partner with the MuleSoft. Already it's a product of Salesforce, and MuleSoft is basically known by their key features. The 4 key features you can see. First is the anypoint platform. I will show logging into the anypoint platform and will show you what exactly anypoint platform. Or without anypoint platform, you cannot think about the MuleSoft. Okay. Then we have a Mule runtime engine. Anyone worked on with the Java and other technologies? Anyone? You know where you are deploying your application. You are once you are developing the Java, after development you are creating some jar, var, any other artifacts. That artifacts, what you are doing, you are deploying this artifact into the server. Either it's a Tomcat server, might be something new for everyone. It's a Tomcat server. Then we have a JBoss server, we have a AJB. These are the application server. So you are creating a code of jar or var or EAR files. So similarly in MuleSoft, you have to deploy something. So the deployment application is known as Mule runtime engine. In Java, it's known as Java runtime engine, JRE 1.4, JRE 1.6. Whosoever work with the Java, they know. So similarly here, it's a Mule runtime engine. Then we have a data weave and pre-built connectors. So data weave is again a transformation coding language which MuleSoft is providing. And the lastly, the pre-built connectors. So MuleSoft provided multiple connectors. Suppose application need to connect with the Workday. You are not going to write a code for Workday. What you will do? MuleSoft already provided a connector for Workday. You need to copy the Workday connectors and then put all the configuration details. It's connected with the Workday. You have a LinkedIn, you have a MuleSoft coding. There is a LinkedIn connector. So, like similarly, you can customize or you can get the pre-built connector from MuleSoft for these integrations. Now, see, just visualize the integration of these applications. We have a Salesforce. You are connecting with the core banking for getting the data. You are connecting with the insurance companies to get the data. Whatever your, if you are healthcare domain, you are connecting with the FHS information, like some other information you are connecting. So see, your Salesforce is there, and these are the third-party system, SAP and everything, database, anything. Now you are connecting. So see, such type of picture do you want? Suppose there is a no MuleSoft, or not only MuleSoft, there is a no integration tool is available in market. So such type of picture you will get in your Salesforce applications, connecting to the every different heterogeneous systems in your Salesforce. Now let's simplify it by adding the MuleSoft. Now Salesforce will connect only with the MuleSoft, and rest MuleSoft will take care to connecting with the different systems. Either it's a database, either it's a SAP, Workday, or any integration system. Salesforce will work like a CRM tool, or basically it's a main central system, and it will get the data from any other system using the MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is actually middleware layer. Okay, so MuleSoft is actually middleware layer. Here Salesforce is a front face. You can say that it's a front face. In backend, MuleSoft will run as a middleware. So Salesforce is connecting all different systems through their middleware layer. Okay. Now, since it's a middleware, so it will take care of all the security. It will take care of all the data encryptions. It will take care of all the connectivity between all the systems. Okay, that everything will taken care by MuleSoft, not by Salesforce. So Salesforce is easily, as a Salesforce developer, what you will receive? You will receive one URL, some had like connectivity credentials. That's it. In if there is a certificates available, you need some certificate to install in your Salesforce. That's it. Okay, so that's three information Salesforce developer requires. Rest all everything is done by MuleSoft. So this is the simplified version of the previous picture. If you want any question or anything, you can raise at the while discussing the things. That's fine. Need not to wait for the last session. Okay. Yeah. So now I will come back to the Salesforce. That's a sorry, MuleSoft, the core concept of MuleSoft. Now what picture you are able to see here? If you see, there is a three-layer architecture. Okay, and that the API-led connectivity. So API-led connectivity MuleSoft introduced in 2014. So what is the advantage or what is the purpose of API-led connectivity? Backbenchers, LinkedIn profile you can update after going to home, requesting. Apart from this, I am good teacher. So I know who is sleeping, who is working some other task. Correct? I am especially for backbenchers. Okay. So I am talking about the API-led connectivity. So these three layers are very important in part of MuleSoft. How actually it's work for the MuleSoft? Let's understand this. Take the use case. You have a Salesforce. I have a client. That client is an insurance client. And Salesforce is work as a CRM. We are keeping all the data, all the admin process everything in a Salesforce. The requirement is that we need to work for the insurance company to provide all the auditing purpose, their claim handling, their contract, everything we are working for them. We have a one client. Let's take the example of PNB MetLife. This is our client, and he want to we as a software vendor, we are to handle all information of the MetLife. So what MuleSoft will do? MuleSoft will create an experience layer, the first layer, which MetLife will call to insert the data into the Salesforce. So the requirement is that MetLife is calling to our experience layer, and there is a where we are entering the data. Target data is Salesforce, and the source is MetLife. So what we will do in experience layer, if you see the first layer, experience APIs. So we will create MetLife experience API. What we will go? We will give a one name of API, experience MetLife experience API, and the system name. What we will do? The Salesforce system API, means whatever data or whatever request will come, it will goes to the Salesforce by connecting to the system Salesforce API. Now the third layer, the middle layer, that's a process API. Whatever the information MetLife will send, doesn't matter, it not required any business logic. Certainly it required some transformation, some business logic, some coding transformation of data, like they are passing the data in the form of some specific format, but Salesforce is accepting data in different format. So that all the transaction transformation we will do where? In this process layer. So we have a three layer: experience, process, and system API. Now you will ask me, there are three layer. What are the basic advantage of creating a three layer? Okay, then understand. Now, MetLife, the Punjab National MetLife want the insert data, not only the Salesforce, they also want the insert data in mainframe application also. Then what we will do? We will create one extra system layer, that's a mainframe system layer, and then from experience layer, process will, already we have a Salesforce, so one connectivity goes to the Salesforce and another connectivity will goes to the mainframe. So we can introduce, now take the same set of application, another bank come, let's say State Bank Insurance Company, they want to also connect with the same information. What we will do? We will create a separate experience layer for SBI. We have already process layer is available, we have already system Salesforce layer is created. So this is the basically layer architecture. Whatever the system, target system, we are fetching the data or we are inserting the data, we are creating a separate system layer for that. So in future we want to remove the system from SQL to mainframe or mainframe to some other database. What we need to do it? We need to just remove the connectivity, that's it. Salesforce is directly calling where? They are directly calling only to the experience layer. They don't know what happening in the process layer, what happening in the system layer. So one time Salesforce is getting data from SQL, but after some time they are getting the data from mainframe, but they are not bothering anything. Okay, there is no changes is required. So this is complete API led architecture in MuleSoft introduced as a name of API led connectivity, experience layer, process, and system layer. I hope little bit got you know how exactly we are dividing all up. I think in Salesforce you are also dividing where we need to keep the specific file, where you need to keep the static file, like different way. So we are creating here three API: experience API, process API, and then system API. See, just application network how will work here. For every system layer, for every different connectivity, there is a mule. There is a Mule API is available, which actually consists only specific to that target layer. And you know the concept of microservices. So these are the basically microservices. We want to add the for Workday. So there is a separate services for Workday. There is a separate services for Jira. There is separate service for ServiceNow. So all these are basically independent individual services, but they are able to integrate easily one to each other. For transforming the data from ServiceNow to Jira, Jira to Datadog to any other utility tools, everything you can connect easily through this one. Now I will move to the actual component of MuleSoft. Now, certainly you all are thinking, exactly Salesforce I know. I will go to the Google and write salesforce.com. There is some login credential come, you need to log in it, and you know the dev environment, test environment, prod environment. But exactly in MuleSoft, where we will do. Okay. So similarly, as we have a Salesforce cloud, similarly we have a MuleSoft. Okay. So now I will show what are the different components available for MuleSoft, where you are actually going to log in, where you deploy the application, where you develop the application, where each and everything, wherever Salesforce calling an API, so where this API are resides. So that's basically these all are component of MuleSoft. So see here, first name is Anypoint Studio. The name suggests, anyone know what is the Eclipse? Have you anyone worked with the Eclipse IDE, integrated development tools? So Eclipse is a tool where you are actually writing the Java code, correct? Similarly, here we have a Anypoint Studio. So Anypoint Studio is the place where actually you are like Visual Editor. You all are writing the .NET code in a Visual Basic, everything. So similarly, we have a Anypoint Studio where actually you are going to write the code and they will develop API. For development, you need Anypoint Studio. So this is the first component of MuleSoft. Next, Anypoint Exchange. Everyone know App Exchange in a Salesforce, correct? So App Exchange, similarly we have a Anypoint Exchange where if you develop something, you can upload to the Exchange, or whatever any connectors or any new plugin or any pre-built connectors available, everything is available in the Exchange. So MuleSoft Anypoint Exchange, you will get this Exchange, all the connectors. Anypoint Design Center, the name suggests design center, means if you are going to design your API, what is the request, what is the response, what are the actual business logic, or what are the different integrations available, that everything can be designed through the Anypoint Design Center. The next we have Anypoint Management Center. So you have developed API, okay? Now the basic requirement is what? Your API must be secure. Where you will do? Are you going to write the security code inside the API development? No. You will upload the code as it is, then you will put all the access mechanism, all the security mechanism, everything from the API management tool. So there is a two different things. One is the API development, another task is to maintain the security. In Java code, what we are doing? You are putting extra effort to writing all the things. Access system, how our application will be accessed, what type of authorization you are logging. Either it's a basic authentication, either is the client service authentication, client security, client password, either it's a auth2 token. I think in Salesforce you are getting API URL and you must receiving the credentials. Certainly, either sometime it's a basic, sometime you are passing through the header, sometime you are doing a auth2 like generating a token, then the same token you are passing to the connecting to the API. So these all things will be handled through the API management tool. And the last, Anypoint Runtime, where you develop your API you are going to deploy, and that deployment place is known as runtime. And the good thing is that you need not to go anywhere. Everything available inside one single URL. Now I am going to click on the Anypoint platform URL. You will get a login credential. You need to log in it, and everything is available over there. I am going to show you. Any question as of now? So you see, the URL is https anypointmulesoft.com login. Like similarly, we have a Salesforce login. So similarly, we have a anypointmulesoft.com. So if you will write MuleSoft login, automatically in Google it will come Anypoint MuleSoft login. You will see sign in option, username and password. And in don't have an account, you need to sign up. So if you are logging first time, I think the MuleSoft is going to provide 30 days a free trial. After 30 days, you are still able to log in, you are still able to do all the tasks except the deployment. So MuleSoft giving 30 days free. So anyone who is working in a college, like reading, going through the college or anyone, they can do this trial, log in and learn the MuleSoft concepts. So you need to sign up, you need to put your name, email ID and other information. You will get a credential to log in into the MuleSoft. So I have already that, I'm just logging into it. So there is a extra layer of security, that's authenticator tool. Once you try to log in, you will receive a code in your authenticator tool in your mobile, and that's code you need to insert to log in into this. Now see, this is the AnyPoint platform, okay, and this is the complete MuleSoft where you are actually learning, deploying, managing each and everything inside this platform. See what all the things I have explained, everything available in the inside this. So we have a AnyPoint code builder, as name suggests, code builder, where you are design, develop and deploy API and integrations. So this place you need to go to the get started, you need to start the design your API, you can develop. So MuleSoft known as a sometime no code, low code. Like you need not to write code. Okay, you need not to know like basically the expertise on Java or any other language to understand the MuleSoft concepts. So AnyPoint code builder is there. Then we have a design center where what we are doing, you can design your application. You have a BA have all the requirements, where what is the actually functional requirement, what are the, suppose you are integrating with any insurance application, what they want to know the detail of an employee or want to know the detail of any specific person, what requirement they will provide you. They will provide you any ID, the contact number, then the contact start date, end date, like something. So what the input parameter your API have and what response you are going to provide them, all these you can design inside the design center. So as name suggests, get started creating Mule application and APIs, visual flows, build, test and use API specification and fragments. In next 2 or 3 sessions, we will go each and every components and will explain how you are going to design RAML, how you are going to design some specific files. We have Exchange. I explain you what is the Exchange. So in Exchange, if you will go, this is the Exchange provided by MuleSoft. So these all are connectors available in Exchange. Whatever you think, HANA OData connector, you have a Salesforce connectors, Amazon S3 connector. So similarly, whatever the application connectors you will try to get it, you need to just click on search and you need to see these all are available through the MuleSoft App Exchange. So now what are doing? Most of the companies, they are creating their pre-built connectors and they are exposing into a App Exchange. We have a AnyPoint Studio. I explained you what is AnyPoint Studio. So yeah, this is AnyPoint Studio. What you have to do it, you have to download it from this place. From AnyPoint Studio, you need to download it. It is a freely available for development purpose. You need to download it. The specific version, the latest version, it's a 7.21. You need to download it in your local system, and no configuration is required. It requires the configuration of two things only: Java, the basic first need, and the Maven. Anyone heard the name of Maven? So Maven is the tool which is used to build, deploy and compile your code. So Maven and Java integration is required if you want to build the code. Otherwise, everything, Java and Maven, everything they have already integrated through the studio. So I'm just giving a path, studio workspace, and just it's a launch. What it will do, it will your in system, it will open the AnyPoint Studio where you all are going to write the codes. Let's getting started. Yeah. So this is the AnyPoint Studio. Prior to that, let me go a few other things. Then we'll go back to the AnyPoint Studio. So you know App Exchange, Design Center, and AnyPoint Code Builder. So we have a AnyPoint Management Center. I told you to manage the API. So what are the things required to manage the API? I have API means web services, or you are calling my API. I want to limit your calling. I want to give the permission to call API only 100 times in a day. Okay, if you call 101 requests, I will not allow you, because there is a separate contract between you and me, that if you hit more than 100 times, I will charge some specific time. So in that case, what I will do, where I will keep this restriction. So management, this everything come under the management of API. Now one person, one company asking me to give me a basic authentication, but another company same time asking me to give me the auth 2 authentication. This is more secure. So where I manage with the same API having two different authentication managed, I'm not going to write the code for this. What I will do, in the API management tool, I will put each and everything inside that. So that's done through the API manager. Manages clients, policies, SLA, traffic, and alerts. Everything will put through the API manager. Backbenchers. थैंक यू। एक्चुअली ये थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम होती है कि अगर कोई भी ऑफ टॉपिक होता है जो हमारे इंटरेस्ट का नहीं है, लाइक म्यूलसॉफ्ट इज समथिंग न्यू। कभी कभी होता है जो टॉपिक थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट होता है, हम लोग इस सेशन को इसीलिए अटेंड कर रहे हैं कि वही टॉपिक जो हमें पता है वो तो पता ही है, जो नहीं पता है वो हम यहाँ पर आकर जान सके। आप लोगों में से कंपाइलर डिजाइनिंग किसने किसने पढ़ा है? सबने पढ़ा होगा। सब्जेक्ट का एक इंपॉर्टेंट था। और सबसे आसान किसको लगता था? किसी को नहीं, क्योंकि कंपाइलर डिजाइनिंग इज द सबसे टफेस्ट। ओके, जब आप वो क्या बोलते थे, नाम भूल गया मैं उसका, जब बनाते थे वो ऑटोमेटा थ्योरीज, करेक्ट, तो सबसे टफेस्ट था। एडवांटेज क्या है इसमें, कंपाइलर डिजाइन का एग्जांपल मैंने इसलिए लिया कि वो एक बार में समझ में नहीं आता और आधे बच्चे वहां से निकल जाते हैं, लेकिन जो सेशन को 10 बार अटेंड करता है 10% करके, फिर जाकर उसको 20% अंडरस्टैंडिंग हो जाती है और फिर फाइनली वो लास्ट सेमेस्टर में जाके क्लियर कर लेते हैं। तो जिनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, फॉर देम इट्स जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड जस्ट लाइक अ कंपाइलर डिजाइनिंग. ओके, concentrate for 10%. Okay, sorry, going to again. Okay, I was showing that this is the AnyPoint platform where you will see all the things. AnyPoint management, where we are managing the APIs, not developing the APIs. So in management center, you see multiple things like API manager. Actual tasks is to manage clients, policies, SLA, traffic and alerts. What is the different policy? That's a throttling, like I want to make sure that more than 100 requests will not receive to my API. I want to make sure that there is a in a specific interval not more than this request going to hit my API. So these all are policies, everything we are going to in this API manager. So similarly we have API governance, runtime manager. Now this is the very important: deploy, manage and monitor deployed application. So once you develop the code in AnyPoint Studio, once your code has been developed, through Maven you are going to build it and creating a jar file. That's a jar file, Java archive files. That jar file you are going to deploy into where? This runtime manager. So whenever any third system hit your API by the URL, this request will reaching to the this runtime manager where all the APIs are deployed. So whatever the APIs you are deploying, everything is going to the through the runtime manager. So this is the cloud-based deployment. Cloud-based deployment, but some company going through the different deployment, they want to put some specific Mule runtime server on their premises only. So on premises deployment is available through the MuleSoft. So MuleSoft is not only deployable on the cloud, they have a different facilities given: RTF deployment, on premises deployment. They want to go to the cloud deployment, so that cloud deployment is in runtime managers. We have a monitoring. Why monitoring is very much important? Your API is always up. 99%, 99.99% is always your API is up. So where you will monitor all these things. If your API is going to down, you will receive alerts. What you need to do it? You need to integrate this API logging in through the Datadog or any log monitoring tool, and that monitoring tool integrated through the ServiceNow. That ServiceNow will, you will receive a call or generate an incident. So all these are integrations happening and provided through the MuleSoft. Okay. So these all are like access management. So everything you will see, whatever I explained, the different core component, this page is the basically Bible of MuleSoft. Once you are logging this, you will see each and everything is available. Either your BA is there, they want to design API, they will do from this place. Either your developer is there, your developer will develop the code by downloading the AnyPoint Studio, or if someone client want to see the demo of your API, how exactly it's work, that's a pre-demo before developing actual, that's a prototype that can be also done through this AnyPoint platform. Okay. Now let me little bit go more about the AnyPoint Studio. So this is the AnyPoint Studio where you are actually developing your code. I need to create API. What I need to do it? At least I need one complete package, a complete structure. That structure MuleSoft will easily provide. Like we need to go to the file, new Mule project. Once I will click into the Mule project, it will ask me the name of Mule project. Let's take the example of test workday API. If I have given a name of test, rest all the information, which server they are using. So they are using Mule server 4.9. Right now this is more 4.9. Previously we used to work Mule 3.9. Now that discarded last year. Then we started working with the Mule 4.4 with the different Java versions. So right now we are working with Mule server 4.9. So all these things are already available, and what we need to do it, we need to click on finish. Once we click on finish, in background they will develop each and everything, give you the complete structure of an API. So this is the test Word API. This created, and this created all the structures where you need to put all the resource, where you need to put the Java files, where you need to put the your API development, and what are the different Mule servers, and everything is available inside that. Then what you need to do it, you need to click it here. There is a export option is there. If you go to the export option, yeah, export, what it will do, it will export as a jar, and that jar you need to take it and deploy it onto the cloud platform. Your API, yeah, not for today. For this we are going to, because there is a time limitation, certainly we have a 2 or 3 more session in which we will show you the exact development of code, writing the test cases, how basically you are going to connect through the postman, each and everything will show you the demo. Yeah, so see, just on a right click you are able to create a simple API, and that API you are generating the jar file, that jar file will deploy into the runtime anypoint platform. Here if you go here, there is a runtime manager. If you click to the runtime manager, it's more than 30 days, so it's expire right now. You can create a same email ID you can use, but just create a different username. You can just create another for 30 days. That's not a big issue. So your trial has been recently ended, so not an issue. You can just go and create another one. Yeah. Yeah. So prior to that, there is a no cloud. So people usually deploy it on a on-premises, like a Tomcat server, like a JBoss server, like a EasyAV server. They are using their on-premises. They are maintaining their own server. They developer develop the jar file and they are given to you. They are deploying their on-premises. They don't want to expose their API outside the world. So they are on-premises only. But yeah, for the security purpose. But now there is a cloud feature also. People who are getting MuleSoft basically little bit costly because of features. Whatever feature you want to get it, they will give a extra cost on that with the basic amendment, gold, platinum, and there are different uh, basically integration with the gold package, platinum package, whatever you are purchasing, you are going to get the different features on that basis. So most of the, like few companies want that all our APIs are available inside on premises only. They don't want to go for a cloud one, so they can use that option. So here you will see, you need to go to the deploy. You will see the application name. Whatever application you want to choose, you can put it here, and from there you will select which cloud hub, and then there is a choose file. So it's a disable right now because no, I have not given the, yeah, just because of the trial one. You will see here the choose file. Once you choose the file, you will go to the jar file, upload it. It will go to the upload, and there is a last, there is a deploy application. You will create the deploy, automatically it will deploy, and then all the property and everything is available here. Okay, so whatever application you want to deploy, now this is completely integrated through the CI/CD pipeline. I hope you all heard the name of CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous development. So basically no developer is allowed to deploy the code in QA or production. In development they are going to deploy and test the things, but if you want to deploy in a QA environment or production environment, there is a pipeline. Once you commit the code in Bitbucket, from Bitbucket there is a pipeline. They will go through the Bamboo, they will go to the Jenkins, and from there everything is going to deploy on your any point. So there is an integration available inside that. Okay, we will go all this thing by slowly, but in next to next section. So now you understand where we are developing the code. Yeah, that's our, this is the our code where we are studio where we are developing the code. Take the example of this one. This is the coding language. If you go to the configuration language, everything written in XML format. Everything is here in XML format. हाँ ठीक है, 10 मिनट्स में मैं खत्म, हाँ 10 मिनट्स में खत्म, अंडरस्टूड, ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, मैं समझ गया, ओके ओके, ठीक है, आई एम गोइंग टू wrap up this. Okay, so let me go ahead again. Just summarize the things first. For MuleSoft, there is a one important, that's a MuleSoft login. You understand where we have to go login? Any point MuleSoft login. Once you log in inside that, you will see the all the components of MuleSoft. Component means where you develop the code, where exactly you are going to write your code, where you are going to deploy your code. To the development of code, you need to AnyPoint Studio. So I am going back to now PPT. Huh? Yeah, I'm going to for Salesforce.
What are the MuleSoft management you are telling कि चार पांच यूटिलिटी है एनालॉजी मतलब क्लाउड जैसे Salesforce का एग्जांपल देके देखो ये Salesforce में ऐसा होता है यहाँ पे ऐसे होता है जितना भी मैच कर पाए
अच्छा
सेटअप समझना
हाँ मैं आता हूँ उसी पे आ रहा हूँ आ जाता हूँ अब यस सेल्सफोर्स के साथ एग्जैक्टली कैसे इंटीग्रेट है इस पे आ रहा हूँ सेल्सफोर्स में आप कोड डेवलप करते हो ऑब्जेक्ट क्लासेस एवरीथिंग अब मुझे सेल्सफोर्स को इंटीग्रेट करना है सो आई हैव टू वे फ्रॉम MuleSoft साइड देयर इज अ टू वे टू इंटीग्रेट द सेल्सफोर्स फर्स्ट मेरे पास कोई ऐसी तरीका होना चाहिए जिससे कि मैं सेल्सफोर्स के ऑब्जेक्ट में अपने डेटा को इंसर्ट कर सकूं आपके जो भी ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैं तो आप सेल्सफोर्स के यूआई पे उस ऑब्जेक्ट का डेटा देख सकते हो विजुलाइज कर सकते हो सो यहां पर क्या होता है सेल्सफोर्स कनेक्टर्स होते हैं उस सेल्सफोर्स कनेक्टर के थ्रू जो भी रिक्वेस्ट से डेटा आ रहा है उस रिक्वेस्ट डेटा को मैं सेल्सफोर्स पे इंसर्ट करूंगा और दैट यू कैन विजुलाइज थ्रू योर सेल्सफोर्स लॉगिन बोथ आर इंटीग्रेटेड टू ईच अदर otherwise the next process is the apex classes आप Salesforce में apex class लिखते हो apex class का पर्पस क्या होता है you are writing each and everything and providing one URL to someone they will call your apex class तो MuleSoft क्या करेगा उस apex class को यहां से कॉल कर सकता है using API and authentication so whatever the request come reach to the MuleSoft that they will insert into the sending to the apex class will use all this inside the object classes सो इंटीग्रेशन यहां पर जो सेल्सफोर्स और MuleSoft का है MuleSoft के पास रिक्वेस्ट आ रही है URL ओनली थ्रू दैट URL रिक्वेस्ट यू आर हिटिंग द MuleSoft API ओके okay will not go much on this the component you know now all the components you are aware of this yeah वो प्लान कर लेंगे हम लोग आफ्टर दिस वी विल हाँ तो हम लोग ये बात डिस्कस करके ग्रुप्स में आई थिंक है अवेलेबल कर लेंगे ओके सो नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड वेयर एग्जैक्टली वी आर डेवलपिंग द कोड्स नाउ आई विल शो यू द टू एग्जांपल what are the different types of APIs are available through the MuleSoft we can get. The first use case you will see the three layer experience layer process layer and the system layer okay the system layer is for different third party system or different specific target the experience suppose there is a no mobile API there is no mobile API just forget this big mobile API so everything is going through the web API and connecting everything now we receive another requirement to get the mobile app so we are not going to develop a complete separate things we'll just develop a mobile app experience layer and we have already each and every MuleSoft is layer everyone has exposed their API URL and the credentials and the request response that we will connect through the mobile app okay so this is the use case example of a real time API these API is known as the real time API where exactly you are going to get the data real time you are hitting on some specific system or you are getting the data
for the web API also we have a web API so in the mobile also we can use the same API
yeah
we need to create another mobile API
experience layer because the mobile from the mobile they are sending the request in a different way different format yeah that's the reason suppose now third party comes they want to do the IOCR process like some technical recognition different system what we will do we will create a third system, only experience layer, and that we have all the functionalities available. So internally we will connect with the different experience layer. That's all. And the second use case requirement is that scheduler based. That's here basically Informatica MuleSoft is going to work as an Informatica. That's a ETL tool. ETL tool. So MuleSoft is here working as a ETL tool. What is doing? They have a different system, SAP, Workday, SQL Server. For we have created a different system layer. We are scheduling the data, and that data is moving through the Salesforce V2 connector. So there is a different connectors available for the batch operations. Or batch operations through we are putting all the data into the Salesforce, and that we can schedule like daily job, monthly job, weekly job, or some specific interval. So there is a two type. First one is the real time example. Another is the batch job operation. That's a scheduler based operations. Here we are using mostly task, any ETL task like a specific data we need to migrate, or specific data need to transfer from one system to another system. Here we are using this scheduler based system. Okay, so mostly in MuleSoft we are creating two different types of API. One is the real time, another is the scheduler based. Depend on what our requirement is there. So this is the basic introduction of MuleSoft, where we covered the basic information about the things. Certainly I gone through the more technical, but yeah, now you know each and everything. Then next session we will go some more technical. You are able to grasp the things. Otherwise it will become complete compiler design. Okay, so certainly I would require some more information about the anyone want to make a career on a Salesforce, not Salesforce, the MuleSoft. So there is a must. We have a few certifications. The basic certification, that's the first one, associate credentials, like where you know what is REML, what is API, what are the things, each and every basic information you will go through, and you will know the acquire the knowledge. Then we have a developer 1, developer 2. So if anyone want to career in a developer, MuleSoft developer, they will go through this. Every certificate is available in a trailheads. Now everything they have migrated from any point to trailheads. So all the certification detail and their training session available in the trailhead accounts. And last, architect. So there is a two type of architect. One is a integration architect, another is the platform architect. So whosoever is going to update the platform, creating a setting up the management, each and everything, that they will go through the platform architect. And if someone go to the design or development, they will go to the integration architect. So there is a four major certificates available, developer as well as the integration architect. So you can go through these certifications and enhance your knowledge and career into the MuleSoft area. I have given some link. So you want to go through the training, you want to go through the MuleSoft meets, you helps, and any other, everything is available. Most of the things now integrated through the Trailhead, Salesforce. If you have a Salesforce account, you will see all the things. Otherwise, you will see community, everything is available on this URLs. Or you can just search it into Google, you will get it, all the URLs here. Yeah, it's a bit. Sometime MuleSoft offering, if you do some sessions, you do some training sessions on MuleSoft site, they will provide some vouchers. So you need to know where, when you will get these vouchers. Mostly 250 or 300 rupees dollar is the cost of one certifications. Yeah, similar certifications. So these are the URLs. Any question? Use cases. Yeah, we have a two people, there Yogesh, and I think they have a few use cases. Might be you can just tell your use cases. Huh? Yeah, sure, sure.
So first of all, I want to say thank you, Chandan, for the inciting of the software product. Okay, my question is related to the some hosting part. Okay, any time point integration cloud or any other clouding system. Let's say what are the charges of those? Are those based on the normal Salesforce licensing profiles that is comes on to the per user licenses, or there are some separate hosting method based on to the API specific to those.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, we have a multiple tools or technology creating a API. You know, we can create through the AWS, Amazon Web Services. We can create through the Spring Boot and some other. We can create through the MuleSoft. MuleSoft is known as little bit costlier but very developer friendly. Why developer friendly? If I will go to the Spring Boot or Amazon, for everything, for security, I need to go through this tool. For management, I need to take this tool. Like they all are need to integrate. But MuleSoft providing all these features into single platform. That's any point platform. So feature wise, it's very good. Easily a developer can do it, or easily a client get all the things into one place. But now the thing is little bit costlier. Why? It's how basically it's going to the taking the cost. The reason is that every API you are going to deploy, that take a 1 vCore of memory. vCore, virtual core, that's a memory. So take you want to if you want to go to the any point platform, you will ask the costing. So first question they will ask, how many vCore you need? How many vCore you need? So how I will calculate? The minimum vCore is required 0.1 vCore, or it's a 500 GB memory. So I will say I am going to deploy 5 API, or I need minimum 0.2 vCore memory for each API. So I need at least 1 vCore. So they will calculate the cost on the basis of your vCore. Okay. Then apart from this vCore, I want to get the monitoring system enable. So they will give you one extra tab that's showing the monitoring, where I can monitoring every time my logs. If any alerts come, they will charge some extra cost for that. So like this way you are creating some package. So they have a gold package, platinum package, this package, and they are providing that if you will purchase a gold package, you will receive these all things. So that on the basis of costing they are calculating. Okay. Yeah. One last, that's a use cases. One person asked me, there is a MuleSoft IDP is there, integrated development, basically document processing. So I have a use case. My client is selling a Honda car. What he is doing, he is just creating a contract on a system and printing the PDF files. Okay. So they are selling the contract, but they don't want to manage the claims. They hire our company to manage the claims. So for that, a company what need? They need the contract